All right, here we go. The truth is, uh-huh. To time. Let's just wait. People come back. When the truth is found, so just waiting for you guys.
That's teacher, daughter, right?
Yep.
I used to be very affectionate with her, but she's very distant. Perfectly natural. So it's like that, I think. Old houses have been using this place for generations. Folks make it a kind of ritual out of it. It's not some campfire story.
All right. Let's see. What's up, Charles? Apologies for the technical difficulty, guys. Acting really weird, so yeah, so I had to start that joint all over. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, this new system for streaming is kind of weird at times. Very much indeed.
That cat was dead. It brings things back. I know what you're thinking of doing. But they don't come back the same.
What's going on?
That's your daughter. What happened? There was bad streaming, guys. Like I said, this new streaming that they do is just weird, so I had to start it all over. So yeah, guys. So I am officially now in the new place. As I told you guys, I will do.
We have a second chance. Sometimes dead is better.
Yeah. Malcolm's over here looking at the Pet Cemetery trailer. Anyway, so what's up, guys? How's everybody doing on their end? As always, like I said, I had to start it all over because it was just stuff was weird. Anyway, guys, yeah, man, like it's good to see everybody. I've been uploading a few new things of late. For example, I uploaded the my reaction to the SpongeBob SquarePants anime. I got a couple. I got. So yeah, I got a few of those to uploaded a few of those as well. So those would be fun. And no, I have not seen the new Ultraman, so please don't ask me about that yet. I have not watched it. I haven't been on Netflix in some time. Um, like I said, guys, I couldn't be on Netflix. I couldn't be on any. Uh, we just recently got our internet service back on, and it wasn't our fault either. So all my internet, all the stuff like that, I couldn't really. Most of the stuff that I did do, I was recording from my streaming from my phone. I was streaming from this bad boy. Um, but now I'm on my computer now. Webcam's looking at this ugly mug right here, so y'all can see the ugly mug. Um, even so, saw us, enjoyed it very much. Do recommend it. This week we have Captain Marvel is coming out again. Billy's side of this table. Looking forward to seeing that. Uh, and then of course we got Avengers Endgame. Mortal Kombat 11 comes out. And then in May, I'll be in Orlando in May for 4 days. MegaCon's going on down there. I'll be down there with DPZ and C Dubs for Comic Universe. I'm definitely gonna be vlogging, guys, so I won't be crazy. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I haven't been to Florida in years, so it's gonna be fun. Uh, the place is still being kind of set up. Mostly, my room is completed. Uh, you gotta play that music. Uh, so we still got to fix the living room up, and Malcolm's got some stuff he wants to fix as well. But only almost everything in my room is fixed up the way I wanted it. Um, as you can see, pretty much, I still got to fix my comic section, like that section over there. I, I'm working on getting a dresser. They handcraft it, and you can put comics and stuff in it. I found it on Instagram, so I'm looking forward to that. I was talking to the guy, and when I saw it, I was like, "Ooh, so how much do these cost?" And he he gave me an estimate. Well, this how much for this type of drawer. You give me this amount for deposit, and we work from there. I was like, okay. But yeah, it's been pretty cool. So I am here to answer your questions, guys. As well, wearing my Boy Beast shirt. This is a Kickstarter comic Kickstarter that I just got this from my Kickstarter award. I haven't read the book yet, but yeah, Void Beast, pretty cool. Yeah, shaved my head. I had my head shaved. Um, and yeah, man, just been the move is just it's official now. We're out of that place now. We've been in that place for over 20 years. We got there in 1999. I've been in that location where I used to record. I've been in that location for over 20 years, since 1999 till now. So, uh, yeah, man. I know everybody wants to talk about. Pretty much, I also put up news about the Cowboy Bebop show that's going to be on Netflix. The casting, y'all can talk about that if y'all want. Anybody out there saw Us? Y'all want to get into some theories about Us? Let's do it. Um, WrestleMania is coming up. WrestleMania week is now. Y'all want to get in some predictions? Exactly. Don't feel like it, but yeah, it's happening. Y'all want to just hit me up with questions. Here we go. Let's do this. Okay. Just okay. Marion just turned 29 today. I'm not 30 yet, and I'm already starting to feel old, and that's not a good thing, dude. Yeah, you're 29 and you feeling old. Like you're only as old as it's a mental thing. So you haven't hit Club 30 yet. Once you get into Club 30, then I'll say, hey. But unfortunately, you haven't hit. But happy birthday, Mary. Uh, what's your my team has been acquiring a lot of people as of late. Charles, it ain't just Antonio Brown. It's just been they just recent. I forgot who's the recent person they just signed. Let me make sure they signed a bunch of people. Um, let's see. Um, let me see. Make sure. I know he signed a couple more people. All right. Okay. Uh, they added Terrence Williams to the wide receivers. They got a new quarterback to back up Carr. Antonio Brown, yeah. Um, they I don't know what they're doing. but it's like almost every second I'm seeing a new this person signed, this person signed. It is what it is.
Oh, you did a good job. That's
Have you watched Doom Patrol yet? I have not watched it yet.
to the top, man.
I will definitely watch it soon. But I definitely want to watch it because I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. Uh, Swamp Thing's about to start in May, so
So you did a good job.
definitely looking forward to Swamp Thing. Uh, from I'm hearing from Brendan Fraser doing a good job as Robot Man to all of the cast members on it just been doing good. That's I can't wait. I want to see that. The also I'm looking forward to the Stargirl. They actually showcased that. So that was can you get that? Uh, so yeah, Stargirl has been really good too. I saw the costume. She looks great. The actress who's playing Stargirl looks great. Um, Let me see. How are you liking the new place, Chris? It's fine. It's home right now for now. Um, we don't plan to stay here that long like we did last time. It's yeah, it's a fixed. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Y'all got a song for something? All right. Oh, okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. My food came. Sorry. All right. So, like I was saying, um, Darth, it's home right now. It's a fix me upper. but it's home. It's not much, but it's home. It kind of looks like the last place we were at because we're right next door. I'm dead serious. Like from the old place, right now we're right next door. Um, I wanted to, there were a couple of people, couple of you pack members that was like, Chris, do a tour. Um, ain't much of a tour. Like it ain't big. Um, but it is what it is. So yeah. Um, let's see what else we have. Um, Terry, hold on. Did you get your tickets for Endgame? Oh hell no, hell no. And I'm probably never. I didn't get it. Hell no. I wasn't even gonna try. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna try. I'll just wait. I'm not even gonna try to get tickets in advance. What? Yeah. I don't even try. So I was not even trying. Miriam, what are your thoughts on James Gunn being rehired by Disney? Should never happen in the damn first place. Why was he let go in the first place? Because of something he said over 10 years ago. Yeah, they dug it up. So, don't take all of them. Uh, so, yeah. Uh, I'm glad to see him back. Sorry.
I can understand, bro. They something like very, very recent.
But it wasn't recent. It was old. It was an old. So him. Not justifying what he said, but it's old. It was something from back 10 years ago. People change, and what he said, yeah, it shouldn't have been said. But hey, he's back, happy. He'll be the first director to do a Marvel and DC movie almost simultaneously at the same time. He's still hired by Warner Brothers to do the Suicide Squad, I guess, reboot. That's exactly what they're calling it.
Is that why it's called The Suicide Squad?
I think, yeah, it's called The Suicide Squad now. Thoughts on the Joker trailer? I could care less.
My biggest takeaway: he dances and gets hurt a lot.
Yeah. No, thank you. Quote blasphemous, no fucking thank you. I can care less. I can care less.
That's why I said it's actually pretty good.
If it's good, it's good, but it just doesn't interest me. It's like what makes Joker is not his origin or whatever they're doing, whatever this is.
Him not having an origin makes him scary.
Makes him scary. Like, what was this guy before that? Exactly. Yeah, we kind of saw. Now you can say, oh, but Chris, we kind of saw him in Batman '89. He kind of had an origin there. He was like a hitman for a mob. And I'm like, yeah, that's true, but it's not needed.
I didn't get any sense in that trailer. Like, I didn't see like a real descent into
madness
or dark. I'm thinking, okay, you may want to make a final like him maybe encountering somebody like, oh, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't get that. I was like, so does he end up becoming the Clown Prince of Crime?
Yeah.
Besides with Joaquin Phoenix watching the comedian just
yeah. Annoy Soul. Hey man, I love your trailer reaction program. Oh, hey, thanks. Thank you. I appreciate that. Subscribe. Thank you. Become a pack member. And I'm sorry I'm eating on camera, guys. I'm just hungry. Travis, I've read all of the Invincible comics by Robert Kirkman. They were Very brutal. Yes, they were. That series is brutal. I'll never forget the fight between um, Mark and his dad. Jesus Christ. The headbutts and God, that stuff is brutal. And yeah, there's an animated series coming too for that for I think Amazon.
Probably best be animated.
So yeah. Um. Oh, speaking of which, guys, did you know that new Hellboy, David Harbour, is now signed on for the Black Widow movie. So he's.
Josh really been song.
So it makes you now. Who is he playing? And there's a couple of people I think he could be playing. Somebody from Natasha's past. A friend of mine actually put up who he thinks. One of I think it's her father or something like that. But I'm cool. Let me see. Which DC character? This is from Perry King. Which DC character do you think should have a web series on the DC universe? Hmm. Hmm. Well, since Arrow's ending, I would see another Green Arrow, like maybe the true incarnation of Green Arrow, not a combination of Batman. So, let me see who else I could think of. The Question. Yeah, the Question would be good. I was started out with Vic Sage, and then it passes on to my favorite, who donned the Question, was Renee Montoya. So yeah, that's who I would go with. I'm looking forward to the Swamp Thing because we haven't had a Swamp Thing series since the early '90s, and more importantly, they saying this is supposed to be kind of scary, like more horror side, and I'm like, I'm down with that. The actor who's going to be playing Swamp Thing, he's known for horror. He's known for being the monsters in the horror movie. He's a big dude too, so that's cool. But I'm looking forward to that. Stargirl, if that's good, because if that's the case, that can lead into the JSA. So you know me with the JSA guys. So I wouldn't mind a Martian Manhunter show. I wouldn't mind that. That'd be cool too. But since he's on Supergirl, well, I don't know because it's like whatever they could do it. WWE concussion lawsuits. Are you asking a question or just telling me something about that? So you got to give me a little bit more on that one. Let's see what we got here. Okay, Darth Primus. Can you do your best Tyrone Magnus impersonation while saying I got a bald head? That's not Tyrone Magnus who says that. That's what is his name? Oh damn, what's his name? He's a big dude too, big brother. He had a beef with
that's Big Brody.
Big Brody, yeah. I got a bald head. Yeah, that's that. I can't do that. He's a big dude. He had a beef with Tyrone. I'm Tyrone. And this, the guy would go around and smoke his back, and I just smack my phone. Yeah. The one who be going around smacking cigarettes out of people's hands, and then you're like, they did have a boxing match, right? Yeah. So yeah, but Tyrone is the guy who inspired me to do reactions. So so it is I always tend to try to watch as much as I can from Tyrone Magnus. I I hope I get another chance to meet him because I had a chance to meet him, but I chose Gail Simone over him, and I wouldn't change that for the world. I'm sorry. Uh, what?
I met him.
Yeah, Malcolm met him. Malcolm's the one that told me. Guess who's upstairs? And when we went to Comic-Con 2017, I took Malcolm to his first con, and he was like, Chris, you know who's upstairs? I'm like, who? And he said, Tyrone Magnus. And he took a picture and everything. You still got that picture? Mm-hmm. He took a picture with him, and he's like, my brother wants, he's inspired by what he's going. He's like, I go get him. But at that time, Gail was coming. So I was like, I'm not moving. Sorry. So it was Gail over Tyrone. If he's at this year's Comic-Con again, New York Comic-Con, it'd be great. I'd love to meet him. I know he's got a girlfriend now.
Is she white?
Yeah. No, it's a new one now.
Okay, because when he was there at Comic-Con, he was up with them Wonder Woman.
Yeah. I think he has a new girlfriend and everything. But yeah, Tyrone's cool. He's the guy. I always tell him every time I write on his comments, I tell him I always call him a mentor. Like that.
It sucks that he's been falling victim to, YouTube.
Yeah, he's falling. Yeah, he's kind of, YouTube is now taking off his stuff or taking his videos down because now the whole, copywriting crap, and it's kind of not hurting him, but it's just like reactors are what they're doing, or I could put me into that now. It's more of like we're not claiming it's ours. We're reacting to, so that's free. That's free, and yeah. But YouTube's now starting to get really weird with that stuff because I'm starting to get that on older videos, man. Like
and that's what he's talking about. Yeah, that's why it's stupid.
And older videos like, oh well, you're this is that, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, that's stupid. Like, really stupid. So, yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, Tyrone is good. He's one of the reactors that I do love to go to. If it's not him, it's Christine. She's funny. And I'm starting now to get into a lot of other, comedians who do skits here on YouTube, like Clayton Thomas, Desi Banks, Troy in LA, Big Jaw, all them cats like that. And a lot of the females that are with them too, they got channels, so I follow them too. And there's one, her name is Jenny. She's Asian. Oh, I can't. Like, it's amazing just what she looks like and how funny she can be too. But Tyrone is funny. Minx, all them cats. I love that. Fun fact. Just because I ain't gonna do. No, I gotta do one. I gotta do one. Clayton Thomas, because it's all about the kids. I love it. Like where he says, "Fun fact: if a Spanish girl call you Poppy, you have instant orgasm." She cracks me up. Oh man. Let's see. All right, moving on. Have you read any Swamp Thing comics from Vertigo? I've read a lot of Swamp Thing. Of course. Excuse me. Oh, I read a lot of Swamp Thing, especially Alan Moore's run. It was good. Let me see. Muay Thai Jedi's 86. Like the name. You born in 86? So you're a fellow child of the 80s? Respect. Sorry. He says, Derek Mears, bro, hi, mother and kid and all. What up? Let's see. Keep moving. All right. Perry and Charles are talking. Okay. TF3100 asks me, did you get your event? No, that's the same thing. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not even trying. I'm not doing it. I'm not even doing it. Travis, very best fight was Mark versus Conquest. That's his dad. Or is it, if I remember, no, I don't think that's his dad, but yeah. Tough promise. Doctor Strange 2 might get a 2020 release date. Okay, that's cool. Okay, Perry King. If Batman versus TMNT does well, do you think we could get a Justice League and Power Rangers animated cartoon? Yeah, that'd be cool. You want taco? No. Marion, what was Spider-Man's mental state after losing Gwen in the comics? He was devastated. Um, very devastated. You know, it was like he was angry, self-loathing, uh, angry more at himself because you know how Spidey, you know, he let that happen. You know, he blamed himself because remember when Goblin threw her off the bridge, what did Peter do? He webbed her, caught her by the legs. He had her. However, when the momentum and her kind of getting jerked, and they literally show it. No, it was the jerk of her neck, and it broke her neck, and that's how she died. You know, the snap of her neck. Now, in Amazing Spider-Man 2, they took it to another extreme, and that was even worse. Because I remember, oh my God, I got up and screamed when Gwen hit the ground. She hit the ground, clock, and she was dead. That was it. And the simplicity of that scene. Say what you want about the Amazing Spider-Man series, but the simplicity of that scene where Peter shoots the web and the webbing looks like a hand trying to grab Gwen. That was a beautiful scene, as you know it was coming, because that was what I was all. I'm like, okay, when is it coming? When is it coming? And you know it happened. But in the comics, Peter was devastated, and MJ was there for Peter in the process through all of that. You know, she was there consulting him, and that's what led to the abundance of love for her and Peter. That's how the relationship started. And I hate when people say, "Oh, she just picked up, you know, the scraps." No, she didn't. That's not how it worked. She didn't do that. She loved Gwen as much as anybody, but Peter needed a friend to lean on outside of the superhero community, and MJ was that friend. And unfortunately, that friendship turned into something more. Yeah, and not unfortunately, but basically, you know what I mean. But yeah, he was devastated. You know, and that's why when JMS did his run, and as much as I love JMS's run, J. Michael Straczynski's run of Amazing Spider-Man, the fact that they did that storyline where Gwen had children with Norman Osborn is so freaking disgusting. That's disgusting. Norman, basically to keep Peter from harm, Gwen gave up herself and had children with Norman. Now, Norman being her senior, it almost comes off as statutory rape. Statutory rape, like that's disgusting. Like, and so when it happened again with Gwen's daughter, who looked just like her, got thrown off the same bridge. I think it was Queensboro Bridge. Shoot, thrown off. Peter was like, "No, not again. I'm this time." So he webbed her whole body, every body part, her arm, her neck, her legs, everything. But yeah, that's disgusting. I'm sorry, and that's why Norman is just a complete dick, and that's why when you play the game, you kind of look at it like, no, that Norman ain't like that. Like, no, Mayor, like he should be. So yeah, it is what it
It's
is.
crazy how he always gets these, either in comics or they always have him lead into these high political roles.
Yeah.
Wait.
Like political, yeah. Let's see. Travis actually, did you hear about one original creator, Shira, passed away? Oh, really? Oh man, that's messed up. Which anime character could you see taking up the mantle of the Question? Hmm, I don't know. I really don't know. Uh, I, I have to think about that one. Yep, born in '86, brother. '82. Fellow child of Diddy. Too sweet. Um, Also, I got to ask you: are you a Muay Thai practitioner as well? Because if you are, you're a fellow martial art practitioner like me. That's great. Cool. Um, never did Muay Thai though, but it's cool. What was your reaction when the Hulk was killed by Hawkeye in Civil War Two? I was a little shocked, but I just didn't like Civil War Two. I didn't like the storyline because all that storyline did was put Carol in the position Tony was in the first one. It is what it is. Um, TF says my theater is going all out for Endgame. They're having hot food, a DJ trivia, and a raffle. Man, that's pretty cool. Y'all heard about that cable company that was giving away I forgot how much money, but if somebody would binge watch all 22 movies up until now, but I think it's a cable company. I think it's in Pennsylvania or LA, one of them. Um, Man, how do you think Peter Parker's character would have developed if he never met Mary Jane after losing Gwen? Ah, shit. I really don't try to think like that, but he still had Aunt May. Think about it. So he still had Aunt May to fall on, but she never knew his secret, being Spider Man. Well, we do know she did find out. She always kind of had suspicions. But I think he would still have people like his superhero friends like Johnny and Matt Daredevil to kind of turn to for a little help. But I think I wouldn't say you would see him get more brutal like when Jason Todd died and Batman got a little bit more brutal. He was being a little bit more hardcore on people. No, I don't think that would have happened, but it would have been. I think Peter, if it had came to anytime Norman Osborn he heard that name Osborn, he would probably flip out every time. Like, he probably his relationship with Harry probably would have been way different. Like, your effing father, he like did this to me, and blah 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 blah. You know, which British actor would you cast as Spider-Man UK? Who would I cast as Braddock? Hmm, that's a good. Let's see. It's kind of funny because I kind of could have saw Jude Law playing that character, but I like Jude Law, so he's a good actor. Mm, um, maybe what is his name? The actor who's in who's gonna play Elton John. What is his name? Oh God, he was also in the last that Robin Hood that I didn't see. Um, oh God, what is his name? And he was in. I've got to look it up. Um, Let me see. Rocket Man cast. All right, let me here we go. Taron Elgerton. I could have seen him playing the role. Uh, I could have seen him playing the role. He's one of them. Uh, yeah, he's definitely one of those actors I could have seen playing the role. Spider-Man UK. He will. I wonder will he show up in like Spider-Verse or so, or is he too attached to the MCU? I don't know. Um, let's see what else we have. Meshes. This message is held under review. Show it. Thundercats Roar is a piece of shit. I could care less about that bullshit. Indeed. Oh man. Oh crap. My shrimp talking. Yeah, I could care less about that bull crap. Why? That's a slap in the face. That cartoon coming out is a slap in the face to people like me who grew up with the original. It's terrible. It's not even remotely funny to me. Peter should kill Norman. No, you'll never see Peter kill anybody, and I don't want Spidey to kill anybody. I mean, yeah, he can get. I mean, he can get serious, and besides, think about it. Peter could kill anybody he wanted if he wanted to. What do you mean? He kill anybody he wanted. There's a reason why Peter pulls his punches on normal people. He can kill him. He can kill him if he wanted to, but no, I don't want him killed. I mean, when Aunt May got shot and was, when that hit was put out on him, Aunt May and the hitman hit was supposed to be aiming at Peter, but shot Aunt May. What happened? I remember. I'll never forget that. The sniper was looking through his scope, saw Peter coming out the hotel, and all the next thing all the sniper saw was a car coming straight at him. Peter picked the car and launched it at him. And then when he found out who sent the hitman, oh man, he went out and he went into the prison because this was a time where somehow Kingpin was getting ready to get out of prison, or he found a way to escape prison, and he was going to head to Europe and lie low. But the two people he wanted to sack revenge on the most are his two most worst enemies, being Spider-Man and Daredevil. And so when Peter unmasked himself and to the world, and everybody found out who Spider-Man was, that was his moment. and it was the Back to Black story arc. And Peter, when he went in that prison, and that's one of my favorite Spider-Man moments. He went in that prison, and he was like, "No, Spider-Man's not gonna beat you." Took the mask off. He's like, "Peter Parker's gonna beat you." And I have never seen Kingpin get beat like Peter beat him so badly, flawlessly. He beat him so badly that Peter picked him up by, I guess, chest hair or just the hair on it or just the skin, and lifted him up. And he said, "Now crawl back to your cell. And if you get out again, I'm gonna do the same thing in front of all the prison guards, all the prisoners in there." And I'll never forget, that was the worst Kingpin ever got beat. Peter, and just showed like, yeah, Kingpin is strong, but if Peter don't hold back, he could kill you. And that's exactly what he did. He beat the crap out of Kingpin. All right, why are these messages being held under? Okay, Norman having an affair with Gwen kind of made him seem like a pedophile. That's exactly what. That's why I say Darth is disgusting. It's disgusting. Oh, that was downright disgusting. Made him, it almost came off like, what's his name from Inuyasha? What's his name? Moroku. I think it's Moroku. Who has the wind tunnel, who is like, "You bear me a child." Basically, it was like that. You let me put the deal in the pool. I won't come after Peter anymore. That's disgusting. But, and in some ways, some would say, but it also showed amount of love that Gwen had for Peter. Yeah, but it is like, that's nasty though. Like no. That's why I said he's like her senior, and when it happened, Gwen had to have been no more in her early 20s. I don't know. That's disgusting. Marion, who's more of a bastard, Lex Luthor or Norman Osborn? I'm giving this to Norman Osborn. I'm sorry. Lex ain't impregnate no.
You know what the funny thing is? Is that it seems like somebody in Marvel, like in the mid 2000s or late 2000s, just decided, oh, we gotta have somebody on par with Lex Luthor, because Norman was never billed as almost the Lex Luthor of Marvel. And I guess somebody's like, let's tried our hardest to building him up even more. It's like,
they did that.
They kind of felt forced to get him to that level of he's like the Lex Luthor.
Yeah, they did make him like him. The whole, especially during the Secret Invasion, the world saw him kill the Queen, where it was actually Wolverine that killed the Queen of the Skrulls, but he got the shot. Supposedly, excuse me. Wolverine was going to, and Norman got the shot. They saw that, and they gave him Shield, and he turned it into Hammer, where it still had no name, no what HAMMER stands for. There's no rule of that. More importantly than that, they basically gave the people like, y'all know what this guy was. And y'all just gave him the key to the city.
It's like all his
past misdeeds.
It's like all his crimes, that he never atoned for. Just
yup.
Hey.
And that was it. And it was just stupid. But yeah, Malcolm's right. They did try to make, and that's why, if the rumors are true, they saying like the next big. There was a rumor, somebody saying like they said that the next big villain from MCU will be Annihilus or Norman Osborn. And I'm like, Give it to Annihilus. I ain't taking Norman as no big threat like the Thanos of the next arc, because this arc is called the Infinity Arc. They really went Dragon Ball now, so I can't see that.
Here's a good question. This is a new era.
Mhm.
Should Marvel really have their next arc? Almost feel like, with the original art, where it almost felt like some people praised and even criticized that, but if anywhere, it felt like, okay, some of these Marvel movies are too dependent on the other movies.
Oh yeah, yeah.
With the next, like, okay, do you lean back on everything's got to be connected?
It seemed like what we've heard is the next phases, or just phase 4, definitely they're going more space. So they're going to go more space, and if that's the case, that's fine, because I could see them going the Annihilus wave or something like that. But when you got other movies like Shang-Chi and all them stuff coming out, the Eternals look like it's not going to be connected to anything, and things like that. How do you feel about rumor that Hercules is going to be bisexual? And I got no problem with that, because in many tales it showed that Hercules, the heroic mythical half god that he was, he was openly bi. There's some that is openly bi. Old stories that show he's openly bi, or he's we see him have wives, but sometimes he's had male lovers and stuff like that. I got no problem with that. Is they do Hercules right. Marvel's Hercules. I've always loved Marvel's Hercules more than DC's Hercules, because DC's Hercules. DC's Hercules. Because DC's Hercules really was just really they've gone that's why Wonder Woman does not like him, because in that universe he has gone on record as saying that I raped the Amazons. Like, yeah, I'm dead serious about that. Like, he raped the Amazons, like, proud of it, and proud of it. But then I think they kind of retconned that, but still he's later on. But now, since they restarted it, Hercules is related to Diana. That's her brother. So yeah, once they made Zeus, made Diana, daughter of Zeus. Yeah, they kind of retconned that, because now in the DC universe, Hercules is dead. He died, and he left Diana all his worldly possessions, like all those famous weapons and stuff that he had. But yeah, I got no problem with I have no issue with Hercules being bisexual. I know there's rumors that they may want to make Carol gay to give a feel like, oh, well, we got the first lesbian lead or thing like that. But look, man, like,
you already have.
I was just about to say that
your first female protagonist made a shitload of money.
Over
a major success.
There's no need to turn her gay just because she didn't have a love interest in her movie. Like, there's no need for that. If you want to bring in a gay character, then bring in one of your gay characters. Like, yeah, they're stated that about MCU's Valkyrie is gay. Okay, but there is a certain thing of diversity, but then it's like, don't force it. You're just forcing it.
Yeah, don't do it where it just feel like a PR case.
Yeah, it's a PR case, things like that. So yeah, so moving on. What if Peter Parker was taught by Kenshiro? Oh shit.
We kind of got that with Shang-Chi.
Yeah, he kind of got that with Shang-Chi. So yeah.
It's the last one. Wow.
Shrimp. I don't know. It's the flour thing's kind of soggy, so just in case. If well, the thing about Kenshiro's style, that's passed down from successors. So I don't think Kenshiro would teach Peter. So it's not like Shang-Chi, you know.
Right,
So
anybody.
yeah, that's totally different. But if he did, that's kind of scary. That would be scary. And besides, Peter's uh I'm always forgetting Kenshiro's style. It's an assassin style, or that it's not meant to be kind of defensive. It's just it's not to knock you out. It's to kill. Like, well, why do you think every time he always what's his famous line? You're already dead. That's it. You ain't trying to knock people out. You know.
You still use the way of the spider?
Yeah, he uses it from time to time. Both Civil War 1 and 2 suck. I didn't like it. Okay.
I thought the movie after Civil War was kind of handled much better.
Yeah, movie wise, yeah, it was handled better. But comic wise, I didn't like it. It just painted. Reason why, number one, the first one, what I thought was good, what I really thought the story was going to be is the government finally is done with these vigilante heroes, these masked heroes, including like the Avengers and all that stuff, and they were going to wage war on them. So that's what I thought it was going to be. But the fact that they took a well-established team, the New Warriors, made them into jokes, and have them on a reality show basically look like they were calling them like rookies. They've been in the game since the 90s. They're well established. They go in, and one of the villains was Nuke. Somehow they upgraded Nuke's ability now where they OP'd Nuke. Seriously.
He's a mutant, right?
Yeah, he's a mutant.
No, they basically made him Omega.
Yeah, they made him like, and he blew up Stamford, Connecticut. Like, what? It was stupid.
Somehow that was blamed on.
And that was blamed on when they saw that Tony and Steve are like, the New Warriors shouldn't have no business. They're rookies, and I'm like, no, they're not rookies. So and then it just became everything that most of these characters have been through. All was just thrown away because now we need to register because it's the right thing to do. The government needs to know who we are, things like that. And I'm listening to Tony, and at this point Tony's identity is publicized, and I Reed Richards and all them, like, it's not all that bad. Our identities are published, and I love Falcon's line to that too. Was he's like, yeah, you're right, Reed. But we all don't live in a highly secured building like the Baxter Building.
Basically, like Falcon saying, just because you don a costume and have power, don't make you wealthy.
Yeah, so
it was secure.
It was a good, and Peter, and to see like Peter at first go with it, and he was like, yeah, and to see Peter just literally give up. That was one of the biggest things about Peter, was that he took pride in not knowing that not a lot of people knew who he was, and his reasoning was simple because, hey, if everybody knew who I was, that puts MJ in danger. That puts Aunt May in danger. That put Robbie. That puts everybody I've worked with, and to see him just come out and to the world and just, my name is Peter Parker and I've been Spider-Man since I was 15. It's like, wait, what? Like,
even do it like with hesitation.
With no hesitation on public TV, and did it.
Not even like for taking up. Let's make like I'm sorry.
No, he just what? It was terrible.
And I look back on it, I actually kind of find the whole concept so more realistic because I see it a lot in real life where you can be the. You see, I've seen people be the best of friends, but what will splinter that friendship off is their political difference. That's
legit.
That's why it's sometimes best not to get political because you never know.
Yeah,
that might actually end your friendship. That person just like I can't agree with your political stance, or that you know what, F you. And it's like,
that's legit. But you know, with that, it bothered me so much because it's like you had people who worked together for years, and now they can't. You know,
and they going ham.
They going ham in it. Like seriously, like you had at the time you had Carol, who was pro-registered, come to Luke and Jessica, basically with armed guards in their apartment, saying, "If you don't register Jessica, then little Danielle's not going to see her mom and dad." Like literally, like wait, what?
What are you going straight up? Though?
You going? And then I love Luke's line. So we going back to Tennessee. That's basically what Luke said. Like we're going back to Tennessee with this. Like the Klansmen like coming into the home and yeah, and then of course the sheer stupidity of you had Tony, who we thought was Hank Pym, who was really a Skrull. Reed Richards clone Thor, and made Ragnarok. And what has happened? That was his name, Ragnarok. And he comes back, and what happened? He kills Black Goliath, Ben Foster. He impaled him, like threw a lightning bolt right through his chest. So when Thor finally comes back from the real Ragnarok, and you know Tony, because this happened during Thor he landed. I'll never forget it because Thor was in New Orleans when Katrina was happening. He wanted to help people out as much as he can. He was trying to deter the storm, and no, he didn't do it. And
so what Marvel was trying to say that the Almighty Thor is not too much to Mother Nature.
Yeah, well, you got to remember he's a god of thunder. He's not
with Storm.
Yeah, he's not.
Storm probably could.
Yeah, Storm probably could move it somewhat, but he was down there to aid people. And here comes Tony. Basically, Thor's great to see you. Thor's looking at him like, you motherfucker. Like, and he literally said, so you clone me. You clone me. And he beat the living crap out of Tony.
That was like he beat up Iron Man. He beat up Tony.
Yeah.
He beat up the suit.
He was like, and Tony, he was just like, he's like, now get up and walk. He's like, I can't move. My armor is, and he said, walk. And it was the same thing with why you saw a divide in the Fantastic Four. It was like
I heard a lot of people did praise what they did with Ben.
Yeah, Ben was praised because Ben was like, I love how Ben. He was the one that really made sense in that. Like he was like, look, I'm not gonna fight my friends. I'm not gonna fight my family. So I'm gonna deport myself to Paris until this all blows over. There were some other people that went to Canada just to lie low, but it was just that series, that arc, that story makes me angry. Like I don't like it. And then to cap that off, and then we get the scene between Steve and Tony, and Steve looked like he was going to kill Tony until people grabbed him and was like, don't do it. And he was looked at as the villain at that point. Handcuffed and everything. And then what happened next? Crossbones shot him. Well, he actually jumped in the way because he knew it was coming. And Red Skull's like, look, he even sees the Crossbones are in under control. Hypnotized, put 6 in the chest. Pop, 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 pop. And the famous scene with him on, where that goes.
And that made the press.
That made the press. That was that was a long time since a superhero's death made the press, since Superman himself. You know, and I remember here up in New York, it was on the daily newspaper. That's a big newspaper here in New York.
They didn't make the main
pages, the front page, 1941 to 2000. I forgot when.
Well, so
Yeah.
5, 6.
Yeah. So yeah, it was.
No, but then he was talking.
But then then they pulled that bull crap that he was in time. He got those bullets were.
That same thing with Batman.
Yeah, they did the same. It was so ironic. They did the same thing with Batman. Oh, the Mega Beam didn't kill him. You know, it sent them in time, and it's just like. But I will not forget. Hey Nathan, I will say this. I did appreciate Marvel and DC for what they did of giving the mantle of Batman to Dick. And I thought he was a good Batman. He was short-lived, but he was a good Batman. And giving the mantle of Captain America to Bucky.
I actually love that Bucky suit.
And I hope and pray that Sebastian, if he is Cap, he takes up the mantle. They make that suit for him. That suit was dope. I liked it. It was tactical, but it was his own suit. I liked it.
It was basically red, white, and blue up top, and then everything else.
Yeah, it was like that fatigue. Like it was great. I loved it, and he even said it like, I'm not gonna wear Steve's suit. That's his suit. It
was a growth for him.
It was a growth for him. Until people found out who the new Captain America was. Then all the other stuff started coming back. His time as the Winter Soldier,
and also that this Cap in his movie. All right,
yeah, Cap is getting the movie. So let's bring, but with Dick, it was I loved his he had his own Batmobile. He had his own Batcave. He wasn't gonna be in the Batcave or drive Bruce's Batmobile, and he had. Tim was a little mad because he thought, I'll be Robin with you, because Tim and Dick always had a good relationship, but instead, yeah, pretty much, but instead, Dick chose Damian, and the only reason I chose Damian because to keep an eye on him because and trust him and
trust that big head.
So it is what it is.
What about Civil War 2?
Civil War 2.
And I was there. I think you and Gabi to talk about. Oh man, that just made Carol.
It made Carol a dick. Yeah. Like it made Carol a dick. They just switched everything to Carol.
And it was versus Tony.
And it was more focused on that superpowered Inhuman. I forgot his name. And it's just like it was stupid. It's like
why do this?
Why do it? It was. And we killed Bruce Banner, and I go back to that panel from time to time just to see, like, he was changing into the Hulk. No, there was no green in his eyes or anything like that.
He got shot.
And Hawkeye shot him in the head. But then we find out, which I feel is lazy writing, was just we're just going to explain this. Basically, it was said that somewhere in the past, Bruce and Hawkeye had a little secret sit down, and he always said that if you see me turn, use this on me, this special arrow to kill me.
It's like basically like Superman with Batman. And if I ever go,
that's just ridiculous.
It was dangerous when Jen found out.
Oh man, when Carol told, that was after Jen just came out of a coma, or when she told.
Who drew that?
I forgot who.
That was pretty scary.
When she told Jennifer what happened to Bruce, like that's when we saw that gray like Hulk started coming out of her when she started having post-traumatic PTSD. Thank you. I'm trying to get that out.
I'll get what started exactly when she got.
Tell me, and you just see her getting out of the bed. And it's just like, oh God. Okay, moving going on, and somebody's giving me donations here. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Uh, but let's see what's going on. Okay, we got Omnitron. Oh, Omnitron. Hey, okay. How's the hand? Well, I was wait. Oh my! I'm sorry to hear that, Tron. Got laid off. Sorry about that, man. Uh, don't worry, I got another job offer. So the other day, so I get in on it. What's up? Like that. Security guard. Hey. Uh, I I did Shotokan, Muay Thai, and amateur boxing back in the day. Been watching UFC since 2000, so I might try out Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as my first striking though. Oh, okay. For me, it was Taekwondo, uh, so that's cool. Muay Thai. Thank you. Matter of fact, speaking of Muay Thai, here, how long you been watching me, dude? That's because it seems like you've been around watching my stuff for a while. So I always like hearing people, when they jumped on me or how they found out about me. So that'd be really cool. Matter of fact, really cool. When did you guys find out? When did you guys jump on? I know some of you, but that'd be really cool. That's my question, to you guys. Um, how do you think Endgame will end, and what do you want to see in the post credits? First of all, they've already announced there will be no post credit.
Oh, they won't.
And that's good because that ends that saga over. In terms of, it's going to be a little bittersweet. We know somebody, either Tony or Steve, or could be Thor too. Something's going to happen to them.
I see a memorial.
We're probably, you know what? And if they do a memorial, do it just like, in the Avengers Mansion. I would love that.
But what I better hear is Avengers Assemble.
Yes, that is the one thing we got to hear from Steve finally saying. Avengers Assemble. He always teases it. He's got to have it happen. Instead of Peter, Eddie Brock should kill Norman Osborn. Well, Eddie Brock now has a son, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, Donnie Cates, who writes Venom now, DPZ, my friend Deadpoolzilla was telling me about it, and he kind of keeps me up what's going on with Venom, and I'm like, oh, okay. Finally, Fantastic Four and X-Men coming home to Marvel. Yes, they're coming home. They are home. They're home now, so we'll see where they end up. And we all know that the X-Men are all getting recasted except for Deadpool. Deadpool is the only one that's gonna, and it makes sense. Well, he's X-Men related.
So I was more mutant.
He's not a mutant, but he's still X-Men related. What's front? Yeah, where'd it go?
The chair.
I can't get it. I got it.
Oh, look at that.
I'll see. Fucker. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Koshiken Karate is actually the base of Cobra Kai. Just Cobra Kai is for pure street fighting. Yeah. Yeah, Cobra Kai is season 2 about to start soon. Kingpin's just a normal human. Yes, but a normal human. Imagine a 500, 400-pound man with only 2% body fat, and the rest
he looked fat.
And the
he
rest,
fat, but
yeah,
he's not.
But the 398 pounds of muscle, solid muscle, that's Kingpin. He's not the slug. that fat character in Spider-Man. He moves like a cat. Yeah, there's a character called the Slug. Look him up. He's fat. He's big and fat. Why are your messages being held under review? Stupid. How would Daredevil react to Peter beating the shit out of Kingpin? He's done it. So I wouldn't say. Um, Marion, you don't have to answer this, but would Spider-Man's superhero friends feel how would Spider-Man's superhero friends feel about him killing Norman?
So here's something. If you base it on Superior, they'll go fine.
Yeah.
They'll be like nothing's wrong.
Yeah,
It's Superior.
I think personally, Matt. We'll start with his closest friends, Johnny and Matt. Johnny would maybe feel a little bit like that's not you. You know, I know you for a long time. You're not a killer.
You don't get blood on you.
You're not a killer. Matt would feel the same way, but he would also know that, don't you think I've thought about doing this to Wilson Fisk for years?
I even think Punisher, but more of like
Punisher would be like, that's way out.
Yeah, like I think of it was a scene me and Dad was watching of Chicago PD and the lead of the group who played and for the episode Mosey Sawyer who played mom and Rookie of the Year. Remember, she's in that.
Oh yeah.
And she was gonna kill, and she's like, no, you've done it. And I love his line. He was like, yeah, I'm willing to live with myself doing it because that's what I've done it. That's not you. That's why I would think Punisher would be like, this is not what you do. I think this is what I do.
Peter would have real regrets and have a lot of nightmares about it because no matter what, in his mind, that's still my friend's father. Even though I hate him, but that's still, Harry.
They always like, look, I got Uncle Ben taken from me.
Yeah, like he don't need that, and Harry's another one. Like, first of all, Harry don't even call himself Osborn anymore.
Oh, really?
He said I'm going by my mother's maiden name, Layman, so he's called Harry Layman now. He refused to be called Osborn now. Yeah, that was a while ago, and he doesn't want his son knowing anything about his grandfather, which makes a lot of sense.
Even about him being one time Green Guard. What did he Green Guard?
Not too long, but yeah, that they would all feel like you're above that, and Steve, if Cap would tell him the same thing, like you're above that, like that's not you.
But according to the Spirit's marriage, Jay Jonah be fine with it.
Yeah.
Which I was like, wait, what the fuck?
And that's why I don't like the Superior Spider-Man run. I hate that run. I hate that story. And the fact that they kind of classify it as being a part of the Amazing Spider-Man run, that's why I'm like, that's not. Yeah. I love watching, because punching each other so until one lasts out forever. That's cool. Thoughts on Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? I saw the trailer. It's pretty cool. I'm really.
Is that with Brad Pitt? And,
Brad Pitt and Leo. Yeah. I'm more impressed at Mike Mohl, who is playing Bruce Lee in that. Oh my God, he looked just like him. Huh? Yeah, Bruce Lee's in it. He was the actor.
They have Bruce Lee as a character.
Yeah, the actor who played Ryu. He's playing Bruce Lee, and he looks just spitting image of him. I'm like, oh my God. And he's like, my hands are registered as lethal weapons. Bruce Lee, one of my idols. So yeah, I was so happy. I'm like, whoa, so yeah, it looks fun. This is Quintino's ninth movie. I think he said he's gonna retire at 10. I think so. He got one more to go. Um, See you later, Chris. Thanks for coming through, Charles. Uh, let's see. Uh, Soul comic is an example of an interesting concept for poor execution. Bingo. Actually, Nitro hit a gas line which blew up. Not saying it makes it better, but when did he hit a gas line? I don't remember hitting no gas line. I remember
When he blew up a gas.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Whatever. Oh, I haven't read that shit in a long time. So, favorite fight between Godzilla and Ghidorah.
What the?
I'm trying to get the name up. That's a hard one. I'm looking forward to this new one. Like, I want to see this. This is gonna be great.
You don't have one.
There's been so many. That's why it's hard for me to pick. Oh man, I can't think right off the top of my head. I can't think of it. Marvel, DC, and companies these days pander to the certain communities to appeal to them, which is why we have these gay, lesbian, bisexual stuff. It's annoying. Agreed? No.
Well,
It depends on.
well, first off,
Yeah.
you gotta be careful. A lot of people can take that. Are you like anti-gay? Because the way how it came
yes,
across,
Nathan,
you
yeah.
read it.
Nathan, yeah, that's the way you put it. Yeah. Look, when Marvel had announced that North Star was gay, I was cool with that. I was like, okay, all right, North Star openly gay. When they announced Batwoman was gay, when they made a big deal event of his marriage, they took it very seriously. They didn't make it a joke. They took North Star's marriage. Marjorie Liu did a great job writing that. So it depends when you talk about pandering, because there are some characters, that are they were made gay from the get go. They didn't just become gay. That's what I don't like. Is when you just make a character turn their sexual orientation for no reason. Once again, I throw that back at Marvel and Brian Michael Bendis with Iceman. 50 years. This guy's been around for 50. No sense of this guy being gay. And then you just come out of the woodwork and say, oh, he's gay. And how do we find out? Because his past self, his young Gene says, but Bobby, you're gay. Wait, what? And so, with that being said, that automatically means his present self.
Yeah, but you said that we didn't. They initially show signs that his present self was gay until somehow later on, like, oh yeah, I'm gay too.
Exactly.
Like, wait a minute. How does your past self realize he's gay before your present self?
Exactly. Exactly. There was no signs.
It's different with Alan Scott.
Yes.
So he was already establishing, okay, this is a new world, new 52.
Yes.
Even though I always joke, the new 52 supposed to be, it's supposed to be a new world. Yet somehow the big events that happened in the DC took place.
Still happen.
They still happen, but yet the Justice League, when they meet, it's as if the first time they met.
They said everything's been 5 years. So,
but the Batman and Superman know each other.
Yeah, that was stupid. Red. No, Red Robin was fine.
No, I thought Tim was never classified as Robin.
Oh yeah, he was never classified as Robin. Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to say hi before I head off to bed. Thanks, Dylan. How do you think Marvel should get Spider-Man back from Sony? They have a deal, and so far the deal's working out fine. Um, Here's my thing: let Marvel do the movies, live action. Let them do the animated stuff. That's fine.
50-50.
I got no problem with that.
It's almost reminds me about with Call of Duty when one year be Infinity War
Mhm.
and then the next year be Treyarch. That would make the next game they'll do the Black Ops.
Right. Um, let's see. Where am I on? Okay. Omnitron. I think most of Civil War would have been more made sense if it was if we went with the idea 90% of the protesters were actually scrolls.
Oh, you know what? Like, but that would have made sense that the Skrulls did that.
Yeah.
To, get everybody going to get y'all.
That
Which
would
could have segued into the Secret Invasion.
Yeah, that would have been. Or my biggest thing was that it was all in a dream. It was Cap's worst nightmare. Like that would have been cool too.
The American.
Yeah. Terrell D. If Heath Ledger was still alive, you think he would have been a great Wolverine? No. No.
Well, you also got to put in consideration if Heath Ledger was still alive. How old was he?
In his 20s, I think.
So he was still alive, and Hugh Jackman's run still goes as it did. It really. I don't think he would because they're already saying they're looking for somebody younger for the next Wolverine.
Yeah, right. They haven't said anything yet, but I would instantly think they should go with an actor younger to play Wolverine to give off that true indication that this is an older. This guy's been around for a long time, but he doesn't look it. You know. Angel Kali TV. Did you pre-order Mortal Kombat 11 yet? Yes, I did. I like supporting all YouTubers. Keep up posting. Thank you, and thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. I can't wait to play Mortal Kombat. I will be streaming that on my gaming channel. The story mode I will be, and yeah, I'll do some online gameplay for that. I kind of think Zac Efron would be Wolverine, MCU Wolverine. That would be such a Disney thing to do. I still see Zac Efron being Johnny Storm. I still see him as Johnny. He has that personality. If for me, in terms of MCU Wolverine, I'm always gonna say Scott Eastwood. I'm always gonna say him.
Big break. Like it was for Hugh Jackman.
Yes.
Somebody be like, somebody be like, oh, but Hugh Jackman wasn't that big.
He was known more for plays and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm still saying, for Scott Eastwood, that's a role right there to step out of his daddy's big shoes, like his big shadow. Like he already has that shadow because he's Eastwood. You hear that? But if you look at old movies of Clint Eastwood, he looks like Wolverine. It's like, it's just like okay. But yeah, I think Scott Eastwood could do it. That's the role. I'm not saying that there are other actors, but
and he's enthusiastic about doing it.
Yeah, he wants to do it. That's what makes it even cooler. Is like when you hear actors saying, "Yeah, I would love to do it." I love hearing that stuff. Like they're interested, and it's not like, "Oh, it's just for a paycheck." No, he's like, "I want to do it. I know the character."
As much as I like him, I'm never gonna forget Terry Crews' explanation for he finally spoke out about
why he didn't want to play Luke Cage.
He stopped. I was like, yo, that's the look at Blade and look at. I was like, you talking about Blade did well? What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, stupid stuff.
I was like, I like you, Terry, but what are you talking about?
What the hell is playing in the background? Malcolm is playing Overwatch. See,
I'm not a young man anymore. I've got you in my sights.
let's see. Somebody okay. McDan. Marion, what do you think of what do you think makes the friendship between Danny and Luke Cage so good in your opinion? The differences. Their differences. They are like you got one who comes from Harlem who had a rough life. He accused of a crime he didn't commit, all because of the love of a woman by his best friend. His best friend sends him away to prison. To prison. Danny comes from money, but he's not like your stereotypical rich, high profile, high society, like stuck up, rich, privileged. And Luke kind of shows him both of their series kind of ends because of low sales. Marvel says, let's put some together. Sells well. And that's why I liked, no matter what, I liked that when they did do it in the shows where Luke kind of was like, you could do so much more with your money, but you do this with it, and it was good. It was really good. But it is their differences. That's why they are so they're like one of the greatest romances in comics.
Yeah, I still love their episode on Avengers.
Yeah, their episode on Avengers Earth, that was great. Um, what was that? Kate Bishop in the previous Avengers trailer? Not the current one. No, that was Hawkeye's daughter. That was his daughter he was teaching. That's why I made it so sad. Like, oh, no way, that's Kate Bishop. No way. Well, early day tomorrow. Wish me luck. Interview tomorrow. Good luck.
The Omnitron?
Yeah.
What, man?
What actors? Terrell D. What actors do you want to see in the next Quentin Tarantino film? Man, that's a tough question because
He's normally always getting an ensemble.
he gets an ensemble cast. He gets actors that are personal friends with him too. Like that's why you see a lot. Like you see, Sam Jackson do a lot of movies. They're friends. Right?
Man, the guy approached Uma Thurman about Kill Bill during Pulp Fiction. It was 10 years. Finally, almost like near 10 years where he finally did it. Like he approached her about it in 1990. What? That's when they filmed in 1993.
Yeah. So
it's
and
like, yo,
he has a tendency of doing that stuff.
He having his ideas like
he has his ideas, and more importantly, he also, if it wasn't for Pulp Fiction, that kind of revitalized Travolta's career. That pretty much revitalized his career. Most of the time, Bruce Willis does a lot of his stuff for him because they're friends. Like he asked Bruce to do something, they're like, okay. In terms of actors, one will probably be Lupita Nyong'o. I'd love to see him work with Angela Bassett. That'd be great. I would love to see him work with Robert Downey Jr. That'd be really cool. There's a couple other people, but yeah, those are a few.
I like to see him work with Jason Statham.
Jason Statham, yeah, that'd be interesting.
And The Rock.
The Rock, yeah, Dwayne would be great too. Yeah. Dexter X. Has Hal Jordan ever had a child? And if not, would you like to see that become a canon down the road? I'm thinking the relationship could be similar to Clark and Jonathan. No, Hal's never had kids. You're talking about the original. If you're thinking about kids, you're thinking about the original Green Lantern, Alan Scott. Alan Scott had 2 children. Hal's never had kids. He's got a nephew. His brother has kids, but he hasn't had kids. I would love to see Hal Jordan have children, uh, but he's never had them. He's never had them. None of their Earthling Green Lanterns have had them. No, Kyle, John Stewart, Simon Boz, Jennifer Cruz, Jessica Cruz. Um, I'm missing a few. I know I'm missing a few. What's Guy Gardner? That's what I knew I was missing. Marion, what is the most painful kind of nut shot in your opinion?
Why does this question
what's with the nut shot question? Look, I've been kicked in the nuts, and it's not fun. It's not. It doesn't feel good. It hurts. Okay. Um, I've never been punched. Thank God. I've never been had it stomped on. I just had a soccer style kick. Okay, and I told this story before. I'm not telling it again. But recently, me and Malcolm saw a video not too long ago. These stupid morons. One was doing like a handstand and had his legs open up, and this dude came over with a vacuum cleaner or whatever right in the nuts, and I'm like, I had to stop the video for a minute. I was like, but why would you bring that up, though? Do you want to see? Do you want Spider-Man UK? Do you want Spider-Man UK should be? I think the question is, do you want to see Spider-Man UK? Should Spider-Man UK be in Spider-Verse 2? Maybe right now. It depends because his name is Braddock. That last name should ring a bell because of Brian Braddock, Elizabeth Braddock, A.K. Psylocke, Captain Britain. Think about it. We'll get Miguel O'Hare, so that's cool. Marion, what would She-Ra from the new She-Ra cartoon think of Injustice Superman, especially after finding out who he was before? She wouldn't like him. I'm not anti-gay or anything like that. I'm just saying that there comes a point where a character doesn't need to be gay unless it makes sense. That's true. Favorite Superman quote versus favorite Batman quote. I don't think I have a favorite Batman quote. No, I don't. I really don't. Oh, one of my favorite Superman quotes is when he was talking about when he talked to Darkseid about not being worshipped as a god. That was one of them. Nathan, I agree. Okay, no, nobody's disagreeing with that. Next up, speaking of Mortal Kombat 11, the actor that played Shang Tsung in the 90s is reprised yet. Carrie, I want to make sure I get his name. I never can get his name right. Carrie Hiroyuki Tagawa is wait, what? Is gonna play is reprising his role. Wait, American, Japanese, Russian actor. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Okay. Is a Japanese born American and Russian actor and sports physiologist, martial artist. Really? Wait, hold on. Wait, how is he Russian though? Somebody in his family's got to be Russian, but okay, he was born in Japan, Tokyo, Japan, the son of a Japanese actor and a Japanese American father who served in the army and was stationed. Okay, but where does the Okay, where does the Russian come from then?
Right.
I don't. Okay, he's repaying his roles as Shang Tsung. That's cool, and he's played it for a long time. So maybe he starts talking to Luke. Remember?
The arc.
It's the Ark.
Oh, guys, look at her face when she turns.
Oh shit. Oh, that's the first episode of the new Twilight Zone. I gotta watch that. Um, let's see. And Did any of you guys see Us? I'm really interested in wanting to see it. Anybody see it? Nobody's talked about it yet. I want a short Wolverine that would be so badass. Scott Eastwood would nail it. Yeah, look. For anybody who doesn't know, Wolverine is my size, 5'3". I'm a short guy. I'm not very big. He's a short guy, but he has the body of a bodybuilder. Hugh Jackman was 6'4". I think Hugh Jackman is tall. He's a tall dude. Nice guy. Very humbled guy. Like you could tell he loves that. He loved playing that role. That's why I always give him a lot of respect. But it'd be great to have a shorter guy playing it. It would and being that and trust Kevin Feige and his team because the one thing you cannot deny about the MCU is their casting. They cast very interesting, but they always seem to work out well. Look at uh uh what's his name plays Ant-Man again? I'm forgetting his name. Paul Rudd. Who would have thought Paul Rudd would have been great as Ant-Man? Don't matter which Ant-Man you pick, but he plays Scott Lang, but he's great. You know, look at what they did with Dave Bautista and Drax. I would have wanted him to play Drax a little bit more darker, like more grimmer than like in the real Drax in the comics, but he nails Drax. And what I love about it more for him is that if you ever hear the story about when he was told by his agent that he got the role, that he broke down and cried because he worked so hard at that, and it's like, wow, like you know, you got you got okay, you got Chris Evans. A lot of people like, oh, how do he's already played the superhero. He was Johnny Storm. And I was one of the few that was saying from the get-go, he's going to nail Cap. He's going to nail that role. And he did. He nailed that role. And the moment I knew he knew what that character is supposed to be like was when Dr. Ernstein, played by Stanley Tucci, basically says, so you want to go out and kill some Nazis, huh? And what was his line? I don't want to kill anybody. I just don't like bullies. Got the character. He knew the character. And
somebody will be like, that was in the script.
But that's the deliverance on it. That's exactly Steve's point. Like, I don't want to kill nobody. And that's why I always say to Fat Casada and all them, fuck y'all for creating that ultimate Cap. Yeah. Impersonation of Fat. There's no way that this man can go through the darkest days of World War II without killing anybody. It just doesn't work that way.
No, it's like my thing is, how does that equate to him being a downright dick and a racist?
Yeah, almost a partial race. Yeah, that's how stupid that is. That's him and Millar. That's why I don't read a lot of Mark Millar stuff now. What?
I thought they was too friendly.
Yeah, whatever.
That's Mark Millar, right?
Yeah, that's him. Funniest moment between Luke Cage and Danny. I think when they first met, that's hilarious to me. Then punched him through a couple of buildings. I was like, what? Yeah, the comics. Yeah. Have you been everywhere in New York, Chris? No. Ciao, Chris. Bye, Perry. It Dexter. If it came down to saving the Justice League or the Amazons, who do you think Diana would choose between the two? Oh man, that is a good question. Wow, that's a good question, dude. Man, okay. Saving the Justice League or her sisters? Sadly, I think she'd go with her sisters.
That's her blood.
That's yeah, her sisters in arm. She's gonna go with them. That's her mom. That's her sisters. That's Artemis. That's all those. Yeah, she go with them.
Probably also would have thought that. But it sounds as though the threat is so big
Yeah,
that nobody else from the Justice League could do something to prevent what's about to happen.
yeah. That's yeah. What do you think we will? Who do you think will be the villain in Spider Verse 2? I don't know. I'm just gonna be surprised whoever it is. Muay Thai says Wolverine's supposed to be 5'3". Scott Eastwood is 5'11", according to this wiki. Still shorter than Hugh Jackman. So yeah, it's only about what 7 inch, yes, 8 inches taller. That's fine. You know, if you can find another actor that's maybe 5'9" and can bulk up like Jack, because Jackman's workout was crazy. I have it. I actually downloaded it just to see what, and actually, I was actually looking at it to maybe incorporate it into my workout. Like, okay, what was he doing to get jacked up like that? Because the first X-Men movie, he wasn't as big. It wasn't until 2 you just started seeing him put on the pounds and shredding himself up. But you need an actor that can do that for a kind of I wouldn't say a long period of time, but because when he was Wolverine, he was already in his 40s. Yeah, let me make sure. Matter of fact, let me see.
Played Wolverine Star.
How old is Hugh Jackman? Okay, he just turned 50.
2009.
2019. October 12th, 1968. It was okay.
Sorry. So 2018 turned 50. So he had just been in his early 30s.
Yeah, he was in his early 30s.
31, 32.
Now,
which they say is like
how old is Scott Eastwood? He's 33.
That same age.
That same age. He's so. I can see that kind of, but when you're working out that hard in your late 40s, sometimes it works for some people, but it doesn't work for everybody. But you need exactly how you're saying, Muay Thai. You need somebody like that can put on that muscle for Scott, because when you look at Scott and what was the last movie I saw him in? I saw Scott Eastwood was probably Pacific Rim. That was the last movie I saw him in.
He was in Pacific Rim?
Yeah, he was in the second one. He was not big, but he was. You can see he got into shape, to train, for the Jaegers and stuff. But Hugh Jackman, if you look at Hugh a post picture of Hugh prior to him working out his Wolverine workout, it's crazy. Like, he really got in a great shape for that role. And I appreciate when actors and actresses do that for these superhero roles. They get into shape for these roles.
And that's why I can understand whereas at the time Sylvester Stallone
right.
problem with the Batman.
Right.
There's muscles already built on.
Right. Yes, that's where I can understand where Sylvester Stallone had a problem with, Michael Keaton as Batman, because he felt like I put on this muscle for all these famous roles, Rocky, Rambo. Michael Keaton got into a suit that had muscles all on it. I'm not saying that Michael Keaton didn't get into shape, because that's not, he did get into shape, but not as shape like you see in now. So when you see cats like Henry Cavill working out for his Superman role, he got into great shape for that role. You know, people dog on Gal Gadot, but she got the shape. You know,
Yeah, because I don't think her,
what you gonna-
I don't think her shoulder width is normally like that.
yeah, she got into great shape for that role. Even Robert Downey Jr. got into shape for Iron Man. Like, you see that first Iron Man, he was in pretty good shape.
I mean, look no further than that. Chris Pratt started.
Chris Pratt,
That's not
Chris
his normal
Pratt-
physique.
Chris Pratt got for Star-Lord got into great shape. You know, you're seeing it more and more. Mike Coulter as Luke Cage put on that. You could see he went more for bulk, like to bulk up, than to be more cut for Luke Cage, because Luke Cage is a big guy, so you know, but he was pretty big. You know, Charlie Cox as Daredevil got into great shape for those roles.
Even Toby in the first.
Look how Tobey Maguire, yes, even Tobey Maguire, look how he looked in the first Spider-Man movie. That was him. He literally said what diet he had. All he ate was tofu and all that stuff. And to get,
He wasn't red.
he was cut.
He's in shape.
He was cut. Like that mirror scene of him, he was cut.
And obviously he couldn't really do it for two because
he got injured his back in Seabiscuit. But I admire when these actors do that. They just, oh well, you know, like that was my issue with Ben Affleck in the Daredevil man. Like, he didn't even know he got into shape.
Like he just threw
the jacket on, the tracksuit. Yeah, but when you see him do Batman, it's like, oh, but you get into shape for Batman, right?
Well, times change.
Yeah,
mindset change.
And you know, and I'll admit, I didn't mind him as Batman. You know, I didn't mind him at all, except for the killing. But I was just
But
like,
that's not. I don't put that on.
Yeah, I don't put it on him.
Direction of
That's Snyder.
movie.
Yeah, but
I just don't. And I love. Oh my God.
what happened?
I forget his name.
Who?
Played Alfred.
Jeremy
Irons.
Jeremy Irons.
I love Jeremy Irons.
Yeah, Jeremy Irons was a good Alfred.
We're criminals. Alfred.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this Alfred show that's coming on Stars.
Wait, Alfred show.
Yeah, there's a show. It's called Pennyworth, and it's showcasing Alfred in his youth. You know, before he was with the Waynes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of showing what he did before that.
Was he in the military?
Yeah, but I think now they're going kind of more spy-like with him and stuff. How about that Sonic movie, AK Trash? No. You will not see a review of that from me.
Stay away from it like the plague.
Hugh Jackman is 6'2". That's still big. Anything over is big to me. So that's still big.
Heck, Arnold's 6'2".
Yeah, Arnold's 6'2". Right.
But with all that muscle, yeah.
Now and still, like,
he looks bigger.
Which version of Bane is better? The one from Dark Knight Rises, or the one from Batman and Robin? Are you, Marion? Are you serious about that?
He is.
That's a joke question, right?
No, I mean,
it's no brainer. I'm gonna pick Tom Hardy's version.
Why it's a no brainer? Because Batman and Robin, Bane had no brain.
Right.
He's just a big.
He was a big dumb brute. He was just a big dumb boom. It's stupid.
It's like you do the dash.
I will admit, because the actor who played that Bane, he did pass away. But
so you do a dash.
Yeah, stupid. Dexter, are you excited for Hickman's return later this year to the X-Men? Yeah, I'm really interested in seeing what he's gonna do with the X-Men. You know, I'm really I like Jonathan Hickman. I think my favorite of his work in terms of known heroes. I love his Fantastic Four run. His Fantastic Four run was really good. When he got on the Avengers, though, I liked it at first, but when he turned the Avengers into a damn army, I was like, nah.
He did a lot of science.
He had 25 members, and that team was so big that it needed 2 books. Like it was crazy.
Hickman that goes very science.
Yeah, he really scientific with his stuff. So, yeah. But I'm looking forward to Hickman. Have you ever watched Jackass or the Dudesome?
Why Return of the Joker is secretly the best Batman.
I watched Jackass is pretty funny. I watched that. Yes. Damn, I'm 32 years old. Scott Eastwood was born in '86. Imagine Clint seeing his son cast as one of the baddest mutants ever. I think more importantly, you know, first of all, how many kids does Clint Eastwood have? How many kids does Clint Eastwood have?
I know Mel Gibson has 9.
7. Clint Eastwood's children include Scott Eastwood, Allison Eastwood, Francesca Eastwood, and others.
Okay, he has 7.
Yeah, wow.
While Mel Gibson has 9. Eddie Murphy just had his 10th child.
Yep.
Okay. And Scott's the youngest, right? Is he the youngest? I think he is. I think he is the youngest. But yeah, I mean, I would believe Mr. Eastwood would be great happy for his son, you know, and you know if he got that role, that's a multi deal. You know that's a multi deal. Now Marvel, that's one thing about Marvel and Disney, like they get you set in a multi deal. Like okay, you first of all they tell you about the role, and they're like okay, but you're gonna be signed. Like that was why Chris Evans was really hesitant about signing the deal for Cap at first. He was like, it's a multi deal. That means it's a big role. But
and he likes being very independent.
yeah, he was more independent, and Robert Downey kind of talked him into it, like, do it, man, like do it. So, like, I that was the one thing I wanted to know about Brie Larson. I was like, how long is she set for? Found out she had a 7-picture deal. She signed on for a 7-picture deal, so she's got 2 down. She's got 5 more movies to go. And we do not count cameos; those are not counted.
How much does Sam Jackson have left?
Sam,
didn't his one renew?
I think he renewed it because he signed a 9-picture deal. So
did they count Iron Man?
I think that's a cameo. So that was kind of
but
a
he
cameo.
was more in Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2. You really start with Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2, Captain America, Avengers 2.
Winter Soldier.
No, I said Captain America.
Oh, I thought you were talking about first Avenger.
That was more of a cameo. I would say that's more of a cameo too.
So then Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. That's 5. Then he came back in
Was he in Civil War?
No, he wasn't in Civil War. He came back in Captain Marvel.
Right.
So that's 6. He's gonna be.
Was that more of a cameo?
What?
In Infinity War?
Yeah, because it was a post credit, so cameo. I'm calling that a cameo. He's gonna be in Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
That's 7.
As like
I think he's gonna be a main character. He's in it, so he has.
We're going by that. He has 2.
He has 2 more movies. If I'm going by that right, I could be wrong, but I think he extended his contract. But yeah, he's always talked about. I got a 9-picture deal with them, like and to be Nick Fury. I would love to see him continue. Like one thing I want to see, I would love to see them do. Marvel do is rebuild Shield, like rebuild that again, or something like that. I don't know. I would kind of want that. But Yeah. Um. Um. What's his name? Hulk. He has he signed a 6 picture deal. He has one more movie left to do, and I would love personally. What I would love him to get that final movie is him doing another solo movie that introduces Jennifer, and the Hulk line passes on to family. Jennifer is the new Hulk, because I want to see She-Hulk in the MCU. She's like one of many females in the MCU I want to see, but she's like the top one. I want to see. I want to see She-Hulk so badly, right? Because I doubt we'll see. I doubt we'll ever see Red Hulk, because don't need him. And besides that, the way they're going with Ross in the MCU is in a total different direction. But the fact is, like, he's not even being held accountable for what he did. Like, the fact that he's got that high position and he's not being held accountable for what he did to Harlem and the creation of the Abomination makes me sick. Like, what the fuck? Like, wait, what? Um, Things like that. So I can't. Um, but yeah, it's good to see these actors do. They got Marvel. They get you setting deals. Like, all right, it's not about how okay, how if the movie does good, you're on again. No, it's we got you in a deal. This is it. Um, that's great. It helps them grow too. Like, okay, let's see. Jeremy Irons is a great Alfred. However, what the heck is this? What is this? Um, uh, Jeremy Irons is a great Alfred. However, I can't wait to see him as my second favorite character, the smartest person in the world, Mr. Adrian Petit himself.
I still think he could be Mr. Sims.
Mr. Sinister. Uh, Marion, what do you think makes Alfred Pennyworth such a great supporting character for the Bat family, in your opinion?
He's the glue.
He is the glue. Yeah, I was about to say he's the glue. He is the glue of that character that kind of keeps. I would say he's like one of the glue that keeps Alfred Bruce from going over the edge,
Keeping him just sane.
keeping him sane. He doesn't always agree with everything Bruce does,
Yeah, no problem.
but he has no problem getting in Bruce's face and saying, "This is stupid, sir. Like, why are you doing this?" There's a lot of people that are really against it, but he's not. He's not against, like, and he's not scared of Bruce. Like, he'll do it. So I like that. Um, Samuel Jackson doesn't seem to age as of late. God, yeah, I mean, Sam is what? How,
70.
he's in his 70s, but yeah, he looks good for his age. I'm not even gonna lie.
I was surprised when that he was 70. I'm like, I could have thought maybe 60.
I mean, he does look. It does look good for his age. I mean, he's gonna do that Shaft movie. He's doing another Shaft.
Like a pure comedy.
But this one looks like a pure comedy. But yeah, man. Um. Yeah. Uh. Let's see. I wonder who that was. Could have been the grandpa. Anyway, Muay Thai says so. Is Avengers as we know it done after Endgame? All Fantastic Four, X Men with Deadpool from now on. Sorry, I'm a little slow these days. Um, it does make me wonder about that. Yeah, like I think they will just get a new team.
The new Avengers.
Yeah, that'd be great. Just the new Avengers. Like, maybe it's Carol leading the team with a few of the. There was a rumor that's saying that Endgame could bring the form of two Avengers teams. Uh, so just saying it could work that way, but I have a feeling like we'll still see the Avengers because with Brie being her deal being I still have a lot of people saying that she's going to do another Captain Marvel movie, and there'll probably be more Avengers movies, or they could do A Force, the all female team. I would take that too. That'd be great, you know. But we'll just have to see, Um, it'll be very interesting indeed. Uh, so yeah, um, that seems to be all the questions for now, and I'm gonna just make sure. Yeah, I don't think anybody's seen us.
Are you getting ready for Shazam then?
Like, okay. It doesn't look like nobody's seen us. Uh, um, yeah, I did. I liked it, except for the one thing that bothers a lot of people is how Nick Fury loses his eye. I just don't agree with that either. Cat. Ah, it's like, wait, what? That's just stupid. Like, that's poor. That's poorly done for me. Like in the comics, how he lost his eye. Well, the real Nick Fury, he lost it in World War. He lost it during the war. He got shrapnel in his eye. It wasn't just it's okay. So yeah, any video games coming out this year that's caught your attention, Marion? You know me, dude. Like this Mortal Kombat for reals, right? That's one right there. So yeah, man. Looking forward to that. Indeed. Let's see. 5 female comic book characters you want to see on the big screen. Mine are Supergirl, Sue Storm, Rocket from Milestone, Lady Shiva, number 1, Big Barda. It's a good list. Well, Lady Shiva ain't no superhero.
I take it that you weren't a fan of the 2 times Sue Storm has been on the big screen.
I'm thinking.
She's been on the big screen 3 times.
Yes. Sue Storm. She comes back. That'll be the 3rd time. I'm taking. Yeah, you didn't like Jessica Alba as her, and you didn't like. I'm forgetting the other actress who played her. To me, I think Jessica Alba was. Yo, hold on. This is pretty. Is this on YouTube? Did you buy this? Yeah, you rented it. Yeah, rented it. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Lady Shiva. No, what was I talking about? Sue Storm. Yeah, I'm taking. Yeah, Dex. You didn't like her. You didn't like her big screen debut. You didn't like Jessica Alba.
Who played her in the 2000?
That crappy one. That I'm forgetting her actress name, but yeah. So yeah, I take it you didn't like her. I man, to me, the one thing they need to do when they recast the first family is really look at the aspect of what they are.
Family.
Family. And you need to get actors that are closely like that. And once again, the last Fantastic Four, don't go the ultimate route where they're young and everything like that. Uh, you know what would make the Fantastic Four really cool is if they kind of go with the Lost in Space route. Like they kind of they've been like me and a couple other buddies I know. We kind of picked up like, oh, I know a way of introducing them. Like maybe they were lost in space, like, and they got there, through the negative zone and everything like that. So they were because now we're seeing a lot of Marvel movies cut do like, okay, this is the pinnacle. Like Captain Marvel took place in the '90s. We've seen a couple other stuff. Like, what if Reed Richards and them were from the '60s and they did the experiment and they went up into space and they got lost in the space, but they ended up in a negative zone that kept them young. There's just some ideas that they could go with. Uh, I like Shazam better. I like Captain Marvel better. Just saw it today, and oh, you saw the free thing. Okay, that's cool. Uh, Kate Marr, thank you, Darth. That's who played her.
Yeah. She was in Shooter.
Yeah, she was in Shooter. She was better than that. Uh, Supergirl. So I'm taking it. Oh, this is the big screen. Okay. Do you like Melissa Benoist as Supergirl? Dexter. I like her as Supergirl. She's right now they're kind of going with the whole Red Sun storyline. Um, I do want to see Rocket someday. Icon in movies. Lady Shiva, I definitely want to see. She's one of my favorites. And Big Barda. Do you know Big Barda was when Jack Kirby designed her? He designed her after his wife. Um, Marion says, "Have you seen the footage from the game Darkborn? I think it's going to be interesting playing as a monster for what." Yeah, I've seen that. That's very interesting. Well, guys, we're gonna end it here, guys. For you guys, I was on the timer. I hit you guys with 2 hours. I want to thank everybody for coming out and enjoying me answer your questions. I will be back at the end of the month for the second uh, open mic. If you guys want to come through again, as always, it'd be great. I appreciate the donation from. I want to make sure I get her name. Angel Kali TV. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Guys, I'm still working on merchandise like shirts and stuff. I'm working on stuff. So I will inform you guys of when it's going to come. Um, but other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Follow me here on Twitter, on Instagram. Um, uh, I'm on Facebook as well. See you guys later.